But interestingly, the quarterback, Dak, he took accountability. Y'all, again, it's going to be a jam-packed Wednesday show. I don't even know how we're going to get all of this stuff in, but we will try. LeSean McCoy, Dak Prescott, the quarterback for the Cowboys. Do you blame him for Mike McCarthy's divorce?
You know I do. But listen, but hold up. Everybody come at me for saying I do, but hold up. You heard what he said? He said, yo, it's on me. And real quick, you introduce everyone on the show but yourself. They just know who you are. That's what y'all say? Like,
for better or for worse, Tupac, for better or for worse.
Anyway, I'm going to say yes. There's certain players, especially quarterbacks, that sometimes save their coaches' jobs, right? I look at Lamar Jackson. Harbaugh's with the Ravens for a long, long time. And sometimes, they don't really get over the hump sometimes in the playoffs with Lamar Jackson. We see that. But they have been the number one seed. They have went to the AFC Championship game. And if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson, will Harbaugh still be there? Sean McDermott, hell of a coach. Changed the culture in Buffalo. I was there when he was changing it. Really, really smart guy, hell of a coach. But there's sometimes, you didn't get over the hump, lost to the Chiefs, et cetera, but then you got Josh Allen that saves his job.
Good point.
Why can't we get Dak Prescott to say that Mike McCarthy's job? I mean, you making $60 million a year. You are the highest paid quarterback in the league. Am I tripping?
Not at all.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
So if you can get highest paid quarterback, why can't you save your coach's job? As in the playoffs, you was not last year, the year before that, you was number 2 in MVP voting. Give me that second MVP voting in the playoffs. Take your team to the NC Championship game. Do these things. If you do that, we're not having this conversation. Are they going to hire Dion or are they not?
That's true.
And Mike McCarthy would still be the coach. So I blame a lot of players on the Cowboys because they're a good team, a lot of talent on that roster. But you go to the quarterback. You're the highest paid player on the team and in the league. And if you can't say your coach's job, who do I blame?
That's a really good point. I think Mike McCarthy got fired last year, not this year. He got fired last year when the Cowboys lost to the Packers. We had to hear the term lame duck over and over, so much so, Chase would say it, that I had to Google it. Like, what in the world does lame duck mean? And lame duck just means an individual who's on an expiring contract, doesn't have an outstanding deal. Mike McCarthy would have got a new deal, James Jones. You know this, if they would have beat the Packers.
Yeah.
But how, in good faith, can Jerry Jones sign Mike McCarthy to a new deal when a younger Packers head coach, the Packers head coach that replaced Mike McCarthy, completely outcoached Mike McCarthy in the most important game of Mike McCarthy's career in the last 5 years? Like, if you're Jerry Jones, you made the right decision. I can't sign you to a new deal when I'm watching your replacement beat me down in my house 27-0 in the first half as my quarterback throws all these interceptions. If Dak Prescott plays better against the Packers last year in the playoff game, Mike McCarthy gets a new deal before this year even starts, and thus he would have been the head coach. So I think it quite literally is Dak Prescott's fault because, not because Dak's a bad quarterback, but because he didn't play well in the playoff game. Thus, Mike McCarthy didn't get an extension. Thus, Mike McCarthy ended up having to walk because he got no deal.
Well, Dak Prescott, he can't take all of the blame.
Yeah.
He has to take some of the blame, the majority of the blame, because...
What's majority? Like 85, 90, like 95?
No, I'm going to say about 70%. When you look at the Cowboys offseason, you knew you're going to sign CeeDee Lamb. What took so long? And so now, he not in training camp. You know he's going to be there. It's just a matter of when. But the team needs to see him there in that locker room, in training camp. The team needs to see CeeDee Lamb there. That's on Jerry Jones in the front office. They knew they needed another receiver. And what they thought? Oh, just CeeDee and Dak going to be able to get it done. And so we all know if Dak plays better, they're winning.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy still has a job. But if CeeDee Lamb is in camp on time, if you give Dak Prescott another receiver, they probably play better. And so I'm not going to put it all on Dak. Jerry Jones has to take some of the blame because Jerry Jones runs the Cowboys.
But don't you think at the point in which they came into the season with Mike McCarthy not having a new deal, he was never going to get another deal? If you let Mike McCarthy's contract expire, and now Jerry Jones, you can sign anybody in the world. You're Jerry Jones. Why would you sign Mike? At the point in which he didn't get an extension, I think he was already a goner. It was just a matter of time.
If they would have made the playoffs, Mike McCarthy would have an extension. I really felt like if Mike McCarthy really wanted to be in Dallas this year, he would be there. Or next year, he would be there. I believe Mike McCarthy knows he has a bird in hand. So you offer me what, Jerry? Nah. I'm going to just go ahead and take
Before
this
you
job.
go, let me ask T this real quick. So, because I heard what you're saying, right? And you know, on the show, my job is to keep it real.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes, my brother can get a homeboy take. You know what I mean? Yes, you give a homeboy take, and sometimes he just gets crazy. Right? I got to keep everybody sane on the show. Now, the year they went 12 wins, right? And they had all this talent. Not last year, the year before that.
Yep.
Not the year they lost to the Cowboys?
When they lost to the Niners?
When they lost to the Packers.
Oh, so to the Packers.
That year, because he had 1 year left on his contract, right? Correct?
Yep.
So you talked about, like, he didn't have enough weapons and all that. That's what you talked about. So that year they did, though, on defense and offense.
Yeah.
And they lost in the playoffs because of...
Defense and offense.
No.
Well, defense and
Dak.
And
The
Dak.
Quarterback. Yeah, that year, yes. Yes, I'm going to the most recent. This year with Dak Prescott, they were 3-5. If they're 5-3, they right there in the playoff hunt. Now they probably may get in. Mike McCarthy would probably have gotten an extension. The Commanders would not be in the playoffs. And you went to the playoffs with Cooper Rush when Dak got hurt. He's getting an extension for that.
I can see
He's
that.
going to get an
Yeah, I can see
extension.
that.
So, number one, it's not all on Dak. Dak could have helped, though. You know what I mean? He could have helped if you played your best football in the playoffs and won some playoffs games, and you could have helped Mike get leverage. Mike could have went up there to Jerry Jones like, bro, I done took you to the NFC Championship. Or I done took you to back-to-back divisional games. Whatever it is, Dak didn't help from that standpoint. So Mike went up there with, hey, man, you see what I did with Cooper Rush, had him playing well. So Mike had a little leverage, but Mike could have had way more leverage if Dak Prescott helped out a little bit more and played better. But if Mike wanted to be the Dallas Cowboys head coach, today, Mike would be the Dallas Cowboys head coach. He just didn't want what Jerry Jones was offering him.
So here's where I'm confused by what the two on the left are saying. So y'all believe then that Mike McCarthy will get another head coaching job
100%.
this year?
ASAP. Mike McCarthy will be a head coach in the National Football League. Whether it's the Saints, whether it's the Bears, whether it's the Raiders, one of them jobs is going to be.
I would like to agree with it, but it's that dead end that the Cowboys job.
One of those jobs.
I mean, it's tough, but yeah, probably.
Wow. This is why I blame Dak for majority of this. Like, when I say majority, I mean like 90% of it. Because I look at Josh Allen, right? And you can say that, oh, well, Josh is better than him. But my man did have, second in MVP voting.
Yeah,
he did do that. And he's the highest paid quarterback. So when the Bills wasn't making the playoffs and everybody was hurt, Josh out there with all reserves on defense and offense. Yeah. When Lamar Jackson was MVP last year, I'm talking about last year, Sean McDermott's job might have been on a risk. Might have been like, yo, man, you might get fired. Yeah. But Josh Allen, the quarterback, what'd he do? He saved the day. Yeah. And he took that team to the playoffs with all reserves. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying about, yo, when you got a quarterback that's making that type of money, he's supposed to be this guy, save my job.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because if he did that, McCarthy would have a job.
Yeah, but number one, let's not put them in the same boat.
Why not?
They are not the same.
They're not the same.
They're not the same.
Yo, I get that. But there's times where there's players that play really, really. Sam Darnold, I don't think he's even close to them type of top-tier quarterbacks. But, I mean, he did have a top-tier year. Mm-hmm. I could go on different quarterbacks.
In the playoffs, though. Dak had a top-tier. The only reason why Mike McCarthy...
Hold on, brother. Hold on. You the highest paid quarterback in the league. That's real right now.
Yes.
So I got to hold you to that standard.
Yeah.
Why are we dropping that?
No, I'm not saying...
You was second in MVP voting. Why are we dropping that?
Drop it. All I'm saying is you went 12, 12, 12. I don't know who the quarterback was for them 12, 12, 12
You do
teams,
know who the quarterback
but it was Dak Prescott. So
Same.
you helped Coach Mike have an opportunity to keep his job. You didn't help him in the playoffs. That's why I cannot put 90% on Dak Prescott.
Even though
50% is on you, but I can't put 90% on you. You did have you won the division 2 out of the last.
And who let you down in the playoffs every year?
Dak did, and that's why
So
I said
why
some of that is on him. Not all of it is on him.
James, we play the game to win, dog. We don't play for regular season.
Sean McDermott, you keep on bringing up Sean McDermott,
That's right.
Lamar Jackson, and all that.
That's right.
Sean McDermott ain't been back to an NFC Championship game in a minute, neither.
AFC, yep.
An AFC, you understand what I'm saying? So it ain't just like they going to the Super Bowl or AFC Championships. They won a playoff game.
Years, bro. They
lost some home playoff games, too, against Joe Burrow and them boys. You understand what I'm saying? So Josh and Dak is not on the same page.
5 years,
Dak
you got
helped.
one. And that's
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. It gets no bigger than this. Playoff games are all about legacy. You win playoff games, your legacy grows. You lose playoff games, we forget who you are, or we mock your existence. So, Shady McCoy, who has more to gain? I cannot wait for the answers to this question. Is it Lamar Jackson or is it Josh Allen? I can't even believe we get this game.
I'm so happy, though.
This game in the divisional round is a treat. Like, this should be a Super Bowl caliber matchup. And again, just to set it up a little bit, Shady, like,
set it up, dog.
in sports, you don't get treats like this. Well, you usually have to wonder, like, Man, we debated all year long, Josh or Lamar. James said it's Lamar, Chase, myself, Shady. We said it was Josh. Usually you don't get the actual answer played out on the field. Maybe you play it out on Madden. I told you he was better, but you don't get it played out on the field. You, myself, everybody sitting next to me, we have the luxury of actually watching the game. It will be a complete sports spectacle. Nothing greater, I suggest, until the Super Bowl, which is on Fox. Shady McCoy, who has more to gain Sunday, Lamar or Josh?
It's got to be Josh Allen.
Joshua.
Yeah.
He said Joshua.
It's funny. I love it because, like, I get to watch Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. I get to watch Josh Allen. Oh, my God.
James Cook.
This is going to be like a 50 million viewers.
Yes.
Easy,
Yes.
out the rip. NFL smart. They made this one last. They know what they're doing.
Yep.
It's got to be Josh because when I look at the teams, right, one team has a bigger talent advantage off the rip. You're talking about 9 Pro Bowlers to 2. And the 2 they got is one is the quarterback, obviously, and the left tackle, Deion Dawkins, who's balling out this year. And you at home and you the underdog? And you got smoked. You got smoked last time y'all played one-on-one.
Yes.
So now we talking about it. I don't know if you smoke or you smoke. Now, sometimes I smoke cigars. I never smoked weed before. But I got a lot of friends that do smoke weed.
Smoke some cigars.
Right? The whole Ravens was smoking something that game. And now you get to write that book again. Okay, so this chapter, you won that one. Now I'm going to finish the book off. Now we get to see Josh Allen against Lamar Jackson. It's going to be a big-time game. I got to go with Josh because you're supposed to lose this game. Imagine having the home field advantage, but you being the underdog at home. Let me say that again. Imagine having the home field advantage in Buffalo. It's going to be cold as hell. No, it's going to be at night. Nobody wants to play in Buffalo when it's super, super cold. Trust me, I played there. The ground's going to feel like this. And you going against Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP, might be 3-time MVP. This game has so many complications because are you the MVP? Am I the MVP? So many different things you could talk about. And if he wins this game, oh, my God, we got to put him up there. He's already up there, but who you beating, though? You beat the Broncos. I get it. You didn't have as much help. I understand. Now you playing the Ravens. I got to see it, Josh. And if he wins this game, dog, Mr. Voter, I'm not even looking at you when I'm talking to you. Better get my dog.
His vote already in, though.
Better get that dog.
He can't go back now.
Come on now.
13 degrees in Buffalo on Sunday
It's going to
night.
be chilly.
That 13, they should run at 13.
Yeah, it's going to probably feel
Listen.
like, Andy, what's it feel like? I know it's listed at 13 degrees with the wind. I'm
You
sure
can
it's
ask
like
me.
3.
I don't know if Andy played out there in Buffalo. I did. Listen, it's so cold in Buffalo, your thoughts is cold. For real.
No doubt.
Yo, what a show we're having.
doubt.
You know what's crazy? I love everything Shady said. I'm going to say Lamar. I don't think there's a wrong answer, though, so I'm not here to argue. I'm going to say it feels like 4, by the way. Feels like 4. It's 13 degrees. It will feel like 4 degrees. The reason Lamar, to me, has more to gain is, Lamar, you got every advantage known to man in that game outside of being on the road. You got a much better team. A much better team. If we're being honest, this year, Lamar, you were a better player. I want to say much better player, but I'm going to respect myself. You were a better player this year.
Yeah.
You got a better team this year. You got a healthier team as it stands right now, really, because when I think about it offensively, like Lamar, you got your dogs, you got your aces. We'll see what happens with Zay. So, like, Lamar, you got a better team, you was a better player, and you got your dogs with you. You got your aces with you. Hopefully Zay can play. It has to be Lamar, man. Last time Lamar played Josh Allen in the playoffs, Lamar didn't just lose. He was the reason they lost. Go back and rewatch the game, y'all. It's been several years now, maybe 3 or so. Lamar Jackson throws, I believe, a 97-yard interception for a touchdown to Taron Johnson. That was Taron Johnson's coming-out party. The Ravens ultimately lose that game by 13 points. That touchdown, 97 yards the other way, was a 14-point swing. So, Lamar, you were quite literally the reason your team lost that game. You were one of the reasons Josh Allen has an additional playoff win and you have a playoff loss. Lamar, you have to go right the wrongs, T. I think he got more to gain.
For me, it has to be Lamar because at some point, Lamar Jackson, he can't win a playoff game. He's 2-time MVP, but he just can't win in the playoffs. But this Lamar Jackson
Different.
is different. We ain't seen this Lamar. When have we seen?
Never. Like
Lamar,
this?
If I want to run, I'm going to go run. If I want to throw the ball accurately to whomever, I'm going to throw the ball accurately to whomever. We've never seen this. Lamar has never won 2 playoff games in the same season.
Correct.
So this for him is going to be big. Like, everybody was, Lamar, all he can do is run the ball, and then when you get to the playoffs, you can't win a Super Bowl with a quarterback just running the ball. He's going to have to be able to throw. say less. I'm going to go work my tail off in offseason. And what we see now, we haven't seen. We've never seen a quarterback, in my opinion, in the history of the league, be this dynamic on the ground and with his arm. Absolutely. I don't recall seeing this. Absolutely. I just feel like 3 years ago, receivers would have been like, I don't know if I want to go play in Baltimore. Receivers now are like, can I get to Baltimore? They want to go play with Lamar now because he's throwing the ball so accurately. So he just makes everything look so easy. But Josh is the same as Lamar. He's been doing the same, not as dynamic on the ground, a little more dynamic in the air. But for Lamar Jackson, probably won't win MVP. And this is the best version that we've seen. This means so much more to Lamar because he's been doubted more than any quarterback in the league.
Preach.
That's the two-time MVP.
Preach. Man, you should move to wide receiver. We want you to run the 40. That's all the things they told Lamar, dog. And you got an opportunity to go to back-to-back AFC championship games. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, Josh Allen. All them boys was taken before you. Because they thought you was a wideout or you wasn't good enough, won the Heisman. There's nobody at the quarterback position that has been doubted more than Lamar Jackson. You are walking into Buffalo with the better team. You are walking into the Buffalo playing the best at the quarterback spot in the National Football League. You have to get back to an AFC championship game. And you always say it for all the little kids out there, for all the little kids that's running around, throwing the ball, running and throwing, hey, mama, I could play quarterback, this is me. You see the ones coming out of college this year, Shador, Cam Ward, and all that. The quarterback position is changing, and a lot of it is due to Lamar Jackson for standing strong and saying, I ain't running no dang 40. I ain't going to no dang wideout.
I ain't taking no bad contract.
I ain't taking no bad contracts.
That's right.
And I'm finna show y'all what I got. And it's 2 MVPs, going to be 3. And you are walking into Buffalo with the better team playing the best football you have ever played to get to a back-to-back AFC championship game. More to gain, Lamar Action Jackson, all the little kids out there playing quarterback that play like Lamar Action Jackson, to get back to an AFC championship game back-to-back. Lamar has so much to gain in this situation. If Josh Allen loses, you know what we're going to say?
Now the worst team?
Team wasn't that good.
Mac House. I'm going to say Mac
Josh
House.
to get that team here and compete with Lamar Jackson, that's what we're going to say. If Lamar loses, I ain't coming to work. Because the way they going to talk about Lamar is going to be something else.
Rightfully so. Yeah. Rightfully so.
Not rightfully so, because even if it's blow for blow, Lamar's going to get talked about bad.
Rightfully so, because Lamar is walking on the field with Derrick Henry. Lamar is walking on the field with the squad. Lamar is walking, again, I voted, like y'all well know, for all the All-Pros. I think I put about 5, 6, 7 Ravens on there. I put one Bill on there, first team. One Bill on there. So rightfully so. Like, Lamar Jackson has been doubted, and for everything y'all said about so many quarterbacks that are becoming great quarterbacks or wanting to play because of Lamar, it's a lot to lose too, T. Because think about this. If Lamar Jackson does lose this duel, and if Josh Allen outduels him, and it would be because of Josh Allen's arm, we are still going to say, man, can you win like that? Can you really win with the quarterback that be running like that as opposed to like a quarterback that's more proficient passing? I mean, because Lamar is good in the regular season, but can you win like that?
But
we're still going to say that.
That's my thing, though, ain't it crazy? These dudes play the same.
No.
I mean, think about this.
Lamar's more shiftier. They run and throw at a high level.
But Lamar... The Ravens basically put Lamar Jackson... They made Lamar Jackson a free agent. They basically made him a free agent when they franchised him. Anybody in the league can have him.
When they said that.
Technically, nobody offered Lamar Jackson a contract. When he was franchised, it was a non-exclusive. Everybody in the league could have had him. Everybody, the Atlanta Falcons is going to put an offer out for... Nobody made Lamar Jackson an offer. Like, how... If that was Patrick Mahomes
or Josh Allen,
every team would have lined up. If that was Josh Allen, teams would have lined up. That was Joe Burrow, teams would... Lamar Jackson has been slighted so...
Facts.
He could have been on any team.
But here's where I have a hard time with all this, because I try to see both sides of it. He has been slighted, but remember, Josh Allen got 5 playoff wins and 5 playoff losses. Got 5 wins. Lamar at the time, I think, had one playoff win because that was prior to last year. One playoff win, I think, had 3 playoff losses. Like, he has been slighted. But we can't act like Lamar is a 5-time Super Bowl MVP. I mean, my dog is 3-4 now in the playoffs. Josh Allen got more than him. Burrow got more than him. Pat got more than him. So I'm suggesting some of the sliding Lamar Jackson can undo, and some of the sliding is of his own merit.
No question.
Again, he played the Bills before in 2021. He threw a 101-yard pick six. My apologies. I said it was only 97 yards. He threw a 101-yard pick six. Some of that sliding, I didn't do it. I'm not Bill Polian. I'm not the one who said he should play wide receiver. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. You sure as heck didn't do it. I think some of it is on Lamar that he got to go do this 2-5.
But I also think that, like, before he even got a chance to really show himself and prove himself, they already made the narrative, oh, he can't play the position a certain way.
That's
right? And I hated
true.
that. And now I love it because when you watch Lamar Jackson play right now, respectfully to all the other players and quarterbacks, he looks like the best player in the whole league.
Yes.
And I love Josh Allen. You know, Josh is like my young boy, you know what I mean? But I got to be honest, Lamar looks different. Throwing the ball, running the ball, look confident, can't touch him, can't hit him. It's like what he can do. That's why I think this game is so big because I don't know who's going to win, right? Because I seen Josh carry them guys in Buffalo.
But that's crazy. That Sadie is itself.
It's the truth,
crazy.
though. It's the truth.
I don't know who's going to win.
I do.
The Ravens should win this game easily.
I agree.
Easily.
Yeah.
The fact is,
y'all disrespected Buffalo.
No. Here's why I'm saying this.
The same way you feel about the Eagles.
If you have never seen this version of Lamar in your life before, which T has told me and Shady has told me, if y'all both saying that's true, and they got Derrick Henry, who's rushed for, I think, maybe like 11th most yards in the history of the NFL, 1,900 yards. Plus, you got Derrick Henry. Plus, you got a defense that in the last 8 weeks has now ascended into their own. Kyle Hamilton, all-pro level. Marlon Humphrey, all-pro level defensive tackle. The game shouldn't be close.
It should be close.
Why then?
Because we are strictly going off of names, man. Like,
go off game too, though, Jay.
Josh Allen is an animal.
But if Lamar is better, better.
Josh Allen is an animal, and the Baltimore Ravens defense is going to have their hands full with Josh Allen. They're the only offense in the National Football League that got over 30 rushing touchdowns and 30 passing. James Cook is a good player.
Good player, real good player.
All right, Kincaid is a good player. Coop is a good player. I'm just saying they got dudes that can make plays. I'm not saying they're more of a talented roster, but we're disrespecting them saying that they cannot beat the Baltimore Ravens at the crib.
No, what I'm saying is this. If Lamar is better than Josh, and y'all at the desk are saying Lamar is playing better than Josh.
But Josh going against that defense.
You said Lamar is better, the best Lamar you've ever seen.
Yes, the best Lamar I've ever seen. But I'm not going to say just because 1 year you're going to be better than Josh.
Right now, I'm saying. Who's better right now?
Bro. Hold on.
I'm confused, Shady.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on.
Somebody help me out.
The best football as
Lamar is playing the best football right now today.
Yes.
But I'm not saying he's a better player than Josh. Lamar's playing better football than Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying he's better.
I understand that.
You get what I'm saying? All right, let's get that straight. And the second thing is I'm saying real quick is I do think the team does matter. The team is better. But one thing about Buffalo, they fight. You're home and they are.
Good team.
And right now, if you're asking me, I think Sean McDermott's a better head coach than Harbaugh. Today, I'm going to say that. But I watch him do more with less. I watch him change that whole – I was there. He changed the whole mindset of the whole building, the whole city.
Here's all I'm suggesting.
Them boys going to be ready to play in Buffalo. They're going to be ready to play.
1,000%. Here's all I'm suggesting. Remove the quarterbacks. The Ravens roster is better than the Bills roster.
Easily the Ravens.
Yeah, roster.
Right.
But
cool. Okay, now let's put the quarterbacks back in.
Yeah. Okay.
Lamar is playing better than Josh. So if the Ravens got a better roster, easily, and Lamar is playing better than Josh, someone tell me how this game should be close. I know it will be close.
Yeah,
of course it will be close. Someone tell me how.
Roquan Smith and them boys got to deal with Josh, not Lamar. That's what I'm saying. Josh is special. They are going to score some points in Buffalo. This is going to be a
35-10. That was what happened when they played earlier.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.